Congrats on that first day of that. And welcome on in, everyone. Ba-doop, boop, boop, boop. It's time for more Stormin. I have been looking forward to this literally all day. Literally all day. Oh, so excited. So hype. Alright, so we have a brand new map. We're picking up right where we left off at the end of the last stream. I haven't played any since then. I've been so busy, which is why I've been looking forward to this. I've been wanting to play very much. So we have a lot of things on the map at the moment. I think we've done Spark Dew Crystals, as I think I've seen this starting with 6 Impatience. It's scary. I wouldn't want to do it on Veteran. Pioneer maybe. No fertile soil anywhere. Start with a small destroyed settlement. Like, I have that boost from last time, so we can go pretty far if we want. The proximity of the royal outpost makes it easier to communicate with the crown. Pool of order choices increases by 1. Heavily exploited by the viceroys. Hostility doesn't grow. With each passing year, we gain 2 more hostility points per villager. And ooh, I've not seen that one. The strange totem causes you to only focus on your wealth. The crown is worried. Impatient grows 50% quicker. Every ongoing trade route. Ooh, this could be fun because that like leans into what we do. However, it won't put us going towards a blue seal. Like at all. So I'm like, I don't know. Like this could just be like a nice easy one to get us started. Like the no fertile soil. I don't think I've done that. There are, you know, achievements to be had, admittedly. But I'm very nervous about that at this difficulty level. I feel like I'd want to go down a difficulty level in order to hopefully not die. So I'm like, if we want to stick at veteran, maybe we don't do that. Maybe I'm just not there yet, you know? And that's okay. This one will start us with more people. So I'm thinking this caravan, beavers and foxes. We have an average amount of fertile soil. More wood for the trees. Pool of order choices increased by 1. We've got a fair amount. Like, we've got good natural resources. This seems good. I think we're gonna do this. I'm gonna give myself, you know, not too difficult of a time, I think. Cause I'm still getting used to everything. All right, we have 6 embarking points, so I want this. I take the food. I like game 3 additional. Yeah, this seems good. We'll get lots of resources to get us started too. Like it'll just be good. This is solid. I love this for me. All right. Impatient grows 70% slower during drizzle season. Seems preoccupied with more pressing matters. Rampaging storm at level 1. Travel costs increase. -2 penalty to their resolve. Ooh. Pay 5 amber. Oof, that's rough. Okay. So we'll definitely need to have some money then. Alright, let's think about things. What do we want? What do we need? I always like to be able to make planks. So, carpenter. Having the ability to grow things in fertile soil, very important. We have 2 choices here. I like all of these. I would love to have them all. Quite literally, but I can't. So I'm gonna pick the herb garden. It served us well last time. The brickyard's a good one. The kiln is pretty good as well, but We already got one for just steal all of them. I'm not allowed to do that. We're gonna take the brickyard. None of that's what we're gonna make right now though, because we're gonna put down our normal woodcutters camps. And we're going to get our trapper camp because that's our food resource. And then we're gonna also build some shelters. Because we don't want to have a homeless population. Alright. So let's start. I'm like, we don't want to go to the dangerous clade right yet, I don't think. That seems like it would be a little rough. But we definitely want to start gaining wood and all of those important things. We want a trading post, even though, you know, like there's not much trading to be done right now. Gain 2 amber for every 20 steam arrow. See, I wish I knew if we'd have that. I don't think I saw it on the ingredients, so iffy on that. For every firekeeper. So more hearths make this better. Grain. We did not pick the... Hold on. We did not pick the farm. We picked the herb garden. They grow herbs, not grain. We'll pick this one. I could re-roll it. Maybe that's the strat to re-roll early in if you don't get something really good, but I'm also like, it's better to take something that will do something than potentially something that'll do nothing early on. So IDK. Alright. What have we got? Produce 3 packs of crops, deliver 15 eggs. We could do this immediately, but I'm not sure if that's what makes the most sense. Or try and make the beavers happy. We would get these, which I do love. I love parts. Planting crops is faster. I think we're going to pick this one because I know early on it's hard to do a lot that affects resolve, and then it gets harder as you go. So I'm always kind of scared of those. This one could be very good. Although these would also be good. The tools are nice, but this is parts and tools for stuff we're going to do anyway. So we'll pick that one. Complete any 2 glade events. Storm water. Trade routes. I'm gonna go for the tools. They're hard to come by, and they can really save you at the end of the day. They can really, really save you. I'm like, okay, so this actually is in the middle of everything. And I'm like, I don't know if I want it to be. Now I'm gonna put over here. Alright. Alright, we've got some goals. We can speed some time up. No one's homeless. Everyone's happy, I think. We're gonna want also our makeshift post and our crude workstation. We'll get someone started working at the stone cutter's workshop, and we definitely want someone working here. We'll get someone working here. So we want We do want this, and it's okay to use it, but we want like a very low limit. Like a very low limit of production. Oh, we do have sea marrow. Okay. See, if I'd known that, things could have been different. Right away. We'll definitely want the herb garden as quickly as possible. We'll clear out those trees so that there's a more obvious path to it. Next, we're gonna wait for more people. Because we're kind of low on people. I am like, maybe, you know, just because it is early, like, we'll take one. That seems reasonable. Is it perfect? No, but it is what it is. We always kind of have that early town worker problem where we just don't have enough bodies to fill all of the open positions. Alright, first storm. Actually, we're already at 16 resolves, so we could have done that order, but alas, it's alright. Herbs are definitely what I want this mainly to be for the pack of provisions, because we're gonna produce them here. And so that'll allow us to not use food, which has been a limiting factor in recent plays. Alright, we got new people. They always show up at the end of the first storm. I just want more people. That's what I want. So I'm actually going to do that. And we apparently have someone without a house, which is unfortunate, so we've got to fix that. So we'll build 2 new houses. A trader has arrived. We probably won't be able to trade anything with them at the moment, because it was just as early. That's all. We'll take a look and see if there's anything that we really feel a need to go for. This would be amazing, but 14, we would have to sell parts, and I'm not willing to do it. Like, we don't have it in us right now, and that's okay. Rumor has it Salmon's one of the wealthiest in the kingdom. Newcomers arrive faster and bring 10% more goods. So this could be very good. Food production increased if you have a lot of if you have a lot of stored water, specifically drizzle water. See, I like this one, but we don't have enough charges. Like, it would take us a while. Decrease 50% is a lot, so I'm gonna pick this one because we're gonna increase our reputation with the places. I mean, we're only gonna have one place, right? I guess 2 for a stone company. We just need to, you know, get packs of provisions and then not sell everything that we need for basic survival. Have 70 drizzle water, which would require either a geyser or 2 active rain collectors. Not that we can't do that, we totally can. I like both of these. I don't know if we have anything that can currently make clothes. I don't think we do as of yet. So that's my pause on that one. I think we're gonna do the drizzle water as a result. Just because we don't know how long it'll take for us to even be able to start producing coats. What's this? Have at least 3 buildings with rain engines installed. Okay. What's this? Burned 7 or 10 blight rot cysts. I'm gonna pick that one. So we're definitely gonna be going for, you know, having a rain punk. Which, I mean, obviously the game does want to push you towards that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, we're actually gonna trade things. Because you're comfortable there. I think that's solid. We still have 1 builder. I would like the carpenter and potentially the brickyard. So we will put those down. Alright, we've got our packs of crops. So we get +1 to pack of crops. Which I still am like, I don't want you making too many of. I think we'll go for small farm. Because, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna prioritize packs of provisions. Oh, we just don't have any herbs. We should soon. Oh, and we got the trading post because I guess, yeah, I have to deliver these, which is unfortunate, but hey. We can put our impatience back down to 0. A bakery, a smelter, or press, or brick oven. I think smelter for the copper bars because we're gonna need, potentially we're gonna need pipes for some of this stuff to get rain punk installed. We could build it just right away. We don't really have space for it anywhere, but we can build it right away. Part of me is like, I kind of want to lower this quite a bit. And I'm actually going to turn off pack of building materials. Like, we need our... So we built this because we could, but I guess we have some copper ore. I don't think we're gonna... we're not staffing it right this very moment. We can fix it and spawn coal veins, which would be good. This would be all of our tools. But I'm like, we'll fix it. Because a mine is just incredibly helpful. Incredibly helpful. So we've apparently made 2 packs of building materials, which I didn't really want to do, but I kind of forgot about it. We will sell them for 5. That seems fine. And we want to start, you know, we want to start making friends because we do have a bonus that'll stack with the, you know, more levels of trading. let's see. All packs of goods increased. +2 vegetables could also be good. Gain 2 wildfire essence for every 2 completed dangerous or forbidden glade events. This one, I haven't been finding that wildfire essence is something that I'm super worried about in the game. I want one of these, and I think because of how heavy I go on trade routes, we're gonna pick pack of goods. Because both of these count, and that's just really cool. So either 2 tools and 5 people, or 2 parts and 4 people. I'm gonna take the extra people, just because I know how difficult it is to keep, like, when you're expanding. It's hard to have people where you want them to be. So we do want to build a mine. I'm like, we need these trees cleared away so that I can build a farm. Alright, we don't have a lot of money. Woodcutters moving faster would be amazing. Waiting for the iron to be ready to iron, that is an important thing. This would also be very powerful once we're making coats. So I'd love this. I just don't know if it's worth it. I don't think we can get, like, we only have 5. That's not very much. So I don't want to trade tools. Tools are not something I want to trade. That's right. We are also going to need a second rain collector for our goals. Our orders, that's what they're called. I want to put it right there. I guess I could also put it right here and just kind of smush everything together. So that's an option. What new orders do we have? So use 125 units of clearance water. Discover 2 dangerous or forbidden glades quickly. So we have some for burning blight rot cysts. Maybe we just double up on it. Have a temple and deliver 40 scrolls. Have at least 1 hearth at level 2. We can do that, and I love having the extra planks. Honestly, we should already be working on this, and I've just kind of let it slide. My bad. Or put a park out behind those. And then I just know too, like the second level is gonna be like more of this. And yeah, we've already got the people. What's our trade routes? We're not producing eggs, but we could sell some. Same is true there for that. But we do want to increase our levels. So for small things, just get the trade route done and, you know, boost our reputation. So no more planks. being made there because we're gonna make them here now. Alright, the small trappers camp has no deposits. I don't think there's any place for me to move it. There's not. So we're going to deactivate it for now. And we're going to consider getting a new camp over here for these mushrooms. Again, it's another... I guess we had berries over here. We can move it though, you know. We can move these. They're mobile. So it's all good. I do wish the farm was ready because they plant during this season. Storm is when we plant. Alright, do you think we are ready to take on our first dangerous clade? I hope so. We can't avoid them forever. That would not be good. That would really handicap us. And we're maybe getting to the size, maybe, where we could have a light post and a hydrant. I don't actually know if we need the hydrant. It feels like very extra. But if we're going, I would like to add, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna build it now. I would like to increase the output of my carpenter. So, are we getting these from trees? No, we're not. So, this is not one of those leather tree areas. We've had that before. So, we're not making a lot of leather. But it is, again, we want the levels. We just really want them. A faint image of an underwater landscape shimmers inside the ancient jewel while the ancient hearth is being corrupted. Resources sacrificed in it burn longer. Gain 40 meat and grain for dangerous or forbidden glade events. All farms can plant mushrooms on farm fields during drizzle season. I mean, we're trying to build a farm, so I like that. So, the blight rot feeds on the tree's valuable nutrients, making new cysts much more resilient. Cysts burn for 5 seconds longer. Oh, I don't want that. We can cut it down. For every 2. Oh. We're not ready. Alright, we're gonna cut it down. Well, this would be nice. We don't have any purging fire and we don't have enough of any of these. We definitely want this done as soon as possible because of me needing to burn this or cut this down. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna start it. Stonecutter's camp has no resources. That's okay, because we can move it to have plenty. We need some larger camps to deal with those. Could have a bathhouse if we rebuild it. I do think I'll lean towards rebuilding. Alright, we've got the posts. So because of that, I'm going to put 3 people in it right now. Just because we're going to have these cysts coming up. don't want that. Ugh, it's such a small one, but okay. I think we have plenty of these. Yeah, we have plenty, so we should just do the trade routes when we can. And we've got our mine up and running as well now. We're just gonna have one person in it to start. So I don't know where these blight rot cysts are going to spawn. +1 to herb production is amazing because that's what we're making our provisions out of. This would also be good. I think we're okay without the plantation for now. And carrying items is nice, but we don't have that kind of money. If we had lots of spare money, I'd buy it for sure. But let's do the herbs. Because we're producing herbs. And we can... I'm like, is there anything else we need? Food is low. I don't like that. More food would be better. More food, more better. Is it because I'm making packs of crops? Like, should we knock that off? I'm gonna say no more of those, but I am gonna try and trade for some food. We're gonna trade for as many foods as we can. Without getting rid of anything that we deem like very useful to me. I don't think I need resin, at least not right now. So I think we're getting it from the trees. I can probably trade some of these. I don't want to trade too many, so however many I can get with this. Alright, I'll do that trade. So we traded for some food. Some yummy, yummy food. Don't make training gear right now. So I don't even know where the blight rot cysts are, if they're even anywhere. Alright. So that should help us build that farm. Have 175 units of stormwater. This is very amazing results. 20 harmony. Okay, yeah, no, I want this one. I don't think there's any way to like store more water, like just to have more water storage. Like, these have a tank capacity. These ones only have a tank capacity of 50. So, like, we're gonna need, like, quite a bit. Alright, the weaver is nice, but without the ability to make coats. I think we do want to be able to make coats. Which is why I have picked the coats building. Alright, we've got our farm. Yay. And I do think that here we want a second herb garden because we are using those herbs to make our provisions packs. I don't know why they can't be eaten. It says they can't be eaten raw, but then we can apparently use them to send to, you know, we can send traders and they just eat herbs. So, like, what? But I don't complain. Alright, we got resolved problems. It was just a matter of time before we had them. So we'll unassign all of our woodworkers. And we'll rethink where we want them to be reassigned in the future. What have we got here? A leather worker could be nice. Oh, this is stormwater used. We don't need stormwater stored, but you know. Good to know. We can also start using this, uses stormwater, so. We can use like a fair amount. I think it's alright. Have you been making purge? Yeah, they've got 15 purging fire. That's a fair amount, I think. Probably. Alright, what have we got? Wealthy settlements attract wealthy settlers. Newcomers bring 40% more goods for every hearth level. Expect gain 80%. Yes. And let's go ahead and reassign. Oh, I assigned too many people elsewhere, I see. We're gonna unassign one of you. Maybe these weren't full to begin with. Newcomers are almost here, so hopefully that'll fix itself here in a moment. So we can get 6 or 5. Definitely take the 6. We have a lot of people who don't have homes. We haven't gotten any boosts to homes, which I think is part of the problem. I mean, you know, it's my fault for not paying enough attention, but I often will go for those upgrades. We haven't had any opportunities. All right. So you can make coats. We're not going to have you make barrels. Where else can make the luxury goods? Was it you? Yeah. We don't need both of you doing it. We can't have... like, neither of you are capable, actually, at the moment. Ale could be good. I feel like we always end up needing it. I don't remember what you make ale from. But I want to say it's grain. Alright, we've got camp with no deposits. We'll figure that out. Can I move you? I can, and we will. You will now harvest berries. Harvest berries. Alright, we've got... that going, and... okay, you can make fabric, which is lovely. Which means we don't have to have you making fabric anymore. That's mainly what you're gonna make. Like, we'll allow you to make, like, a very small amount of pigment. Like, 1 at a time. Not more. I think we're at a point where we could consider rebuilding this bathhouse out here. It would be nice to have more people again. We have plenty of plant fibers, so we could sell several of them. Where are we getting this? Oh, from the brickyard. Do I have a brickyard? I don't think I do. I don't think I've built it. I don't. Where am I getting crystallized dew from? Did I get it from an order? I might have done. I'm willing to trade it. It's a good price they're giving me on it. So I'm willing to, like, trade it for cash. Like, I'll trade all of it for cash. We're not using it. So, sure. No problem at all. Old Farloof is here. Builders construct faster. Well, that's nice. I don't think it's huge. You didn't expect these snap plays to be so easy. Well, I'm glad that they're not difficult. +3 to beaver resolve. Increase production speed of copper bars, crystallized dew, and the things that use those. I'm like, I don't know if I really love any of these. Like, none of them are bad. But do I want to spend the money that I have on them? I don't know. Maybe not. I've still never attacked a trader. That just feels wrong. Feels like then they'll never come back, which is probably exactly what would happen. And that is sad. You are out of water. Well, we'll have more as soon as the next storm comes, which is right now. That's still not enough. Why can't I do that? I have no wood. How did this occur? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Alright, I don't like producing trade goods. And we have nothing to do it with. Again, every time we're making roots, we don't really need that. Discover 3 glades, deliver 2 ancient tablets. We can do that. I don't love any of these. Hold on. What can this do? Treatment. We have no other service, like we have no service buildings at all. So it's just a matter of what we think we'll be able to do. Like this one is one I could guarantee if I get the ability to make them. But like that's pretty much how all of these are. If I get the ability, we'll take this one because I think I'm making pigment, which I know is needed to make scrolls. So like we're partway there. I guess I don't have to take them right away. I always feel like I have to. I'm like trying to like play with it, like how many can I add back before I get a new anger amount, because we have no trees. And I don't like that for me. Alright. Fox's resolve is low. Alright, I think we need a second hearth. Like it's time. But I actually can't have one over there. I might be able to put one down here. Nope. Like there's just, we have not expanded enough. We have not expanded enough. But like that's absolutely where we're headed. Like we need another woodcutters camp. To me that feels obvious. Because we're in trouble. And I'm just gonna start fitting houses wherever I can fit them. Alright, the crown's very forgiving as long as the goods keep flowing. Patient grows 30% slower for 180 seconds every time you finish a trade route. This would lower the hostility from glades, which is very powerful. So I think I'm going to pick that, because I think we're doing okay in terms of impatience. Granted, these things, like we've apparently burnt a Blight Rot Cyst. Love that for us. You are why we're losing out on this. I see. I should have a limit to this. I should have. You're why we have no wood. It's not great. So we're going to expand and we're going to get a second hearth. Because we're just going to run out of places to put homes. Alright, we are making this. We are not making that. It's the container. That's more so the problem. Trader found in a glade, a loon soul gazer. So you are... You can produce scrolls. Which is quite good. Religion and education. I want both. Thankfully, I can afford both. I can't also afford increased scroll production. Not right now. You will leave. I know that. So where are we getting this leather from? I don't know. I'm surprised we have no roots, but I guess we have food problems at the moment. You have no food to sell me. So I need 14 of these. I'm willing to trade some of those. I'm willing to trade resin. We're not using it. I'm not willing to trade that. Like, how do we not have more? I could trade more of these. Alright. I'm gonna buy all your perks. And then we're going to build the scribe. And then we're gonna build... Oh, the temple needs to be in town. I guess it's gonna go here. This is a horrible place for it, but... Ta-da! Luckily, people seem to be able to move in between buildings even if I can't fit a road there. Because we're just smushing everything together right now. I should have some water. I'm low on food. Oh no. You have cooked food, which is more expensive. I'm like, okay, how can we get more food? You do not directly give food. You do. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. So, from one of you, I'm gonna say stop making herbs. I know. Feels sacrilegious. I only have one farm, but I'm gonna tell them to stop making... I don't know. I want the food. I'm not willing to trade food. We are low on it. So, am I capable of making any of these? I'm like, I don't think so. Yeah, water skins at the leather worker. The great question is, where is that? I have so many buildings crammed together. Okay, there we go. You? No. I'm like, we're not collecting either of these. So I don't think we can make what we need. But we'll see if we can fix that problem. Maybe we can. Ooh, I do need an ancient tablet, don't I? I need 2. I'm like, we always kind of hold on to these, but I'm like, maybe that's not always the best, right? Maybe. It is nice to be able to get the reputation, I will admit that. That's very nice. Using crafting. I mean, we need the food. We got unhoused people again. Okay, we can actually finally build a small hearth. We got problems. That's a lot to give up. I don't like it. Alright, so we would need a lot of these to make the humans happy, but we can have them. We're building our hearth super fast. So that'll get people to... Oh my gosh, you're still upset? Oh no, we ran out of wood. Okay, we need these. We'll do it like that. We literally can't make any of these right now, so we'll just leave that alone. Tools would be amazing. Scrolls would be very nice. Upcoming payment. Yo, like, stop this. We're not producing meat in any way. I'm gonna re-roll. Don't love any of that, but we'll make do. We apparently have so many planks. That's part of our problem as well. I've never had this problem before. I love the fact that you are really, really good at that. I'm like, okay, do we actually want to trade some of these? Like, we could. Although it's not for the best price. Whereas this is for a much better price. But, like, I will allow that because we need to get to level 1. Like, that's a part of the thing. You always seem to want coats. No, you just want money this time. I haven't got any money. Fuel consumption is decreased. A kiln +1 to tools production. That would be amazing, but we currently are having some cash flow concerns. Oh, and of course we do want to, you know. get our woodcutters back to work. And we've got our bathhouse. So every evening, villagers gather to talk, bathe, and strengthen their bonds. Village with low resolve will leave the town 30% slower. Same effects don't stack. Global production rate is faster. So that's all very nice. So we do want to have that staffed because then we get those boosts. Humans should be happy because we're building their houses. We could admittedly also be building like beaver houses because we've got planks. We got so many planks. So do I have something that says about villagers coming with more stuff? Wealthy settlers. I'm like, no, it doesn't seem like I do. I thought I did. But, okay. Small herbalist camp has no deposits. Alright, let's see. Is there any place I can move it to? It looks like no. So I am gonna move it because that's just prime real estate that it was taken up. Okay, more fair keepers means faster work. So I did have some remembrance of having a special perk, correct? So we would need 7 of these to house all of the humans. And I just don't have space for that many. Not right now. We're working on it. We're expanding. Okay. They're willing to give me a very good price. I don't want, you know, to give away all my planks. We are low on food. So indeed we are. But at least we're not low on housing. I'm hoping people are like moving out of these houses. Like, can I see like a breakdown? Free space in shelters, 14. Okay. You come with a lot of food. So even though you come with 8 and you only come with 5, I am worried about food, so we're taking the food. Alright, we have built our temple. So we get this boost. Hostility for 200 seconds spent sacrificing good. Hostility is reduced by 25. So it's not the best. Oh, we have lots of scrolls. This is very good. You are making the scrolls? I assume you have made all the scrolls you can make. So this should allow for us to have our need for education fulfilled. Oh, I didn't know that that was going to anger anybody. So we're not getting very many blight rot cysts. I assume we need to make something else have rain punk. And perhaps we've been sleeping on that literally a little too long. Oops. So like, let's think about what we could do. The smelter currently doesn't have enough stuff to actually do anything. We could do it for the leather worker. We have plenty of pipes. Like, let's just do that. Because we have 3 people here. And I mean, if we're gonna go ham on the rain punk, maybe we should leave it. What do? You make clothes. I would also love for you to make barrels. But I do love increasing resolve. So we're just gonna start really using lots of water, I guess. Sure. I'm like, it's better to have a trade route going than not, it feels like. Alright, so we do have corruption. Because we have 1 blight rot cyst. So look, yep, they're already going. Look at it. They're already going. Okay. I'm gonna not unassign the woodcutters if I can get away with it. Of course, the question is, can I get away with it? I need this. I can't really sell it. I mean, you're willing to give me a really good price for it. I'm not debating that. But I need it. We need to think about our, you know, our anger. Okay, we've opened a glade. It was about time. Oh. We need that. Okay, this is lots of blight rot. The crown won't tolerate this level of incompetence. You receive 0.5 points. We haven't got any of that. We haven't got any of that either. Force is merciless to those who exploit it. For every 120 viruses are spawned. Do I have a harvester's camp that's actively gaining that? I don't think it is. Like, I hate both these options. We can't do either. It's a really good price for that. You always just smush the buildings together. I feel like I like it to look nice, but alas, such is life. So who's our next trader who's coming by? Pottery and tools. Okay, pottery could get us this. We'll see what he's got. We're gonna have to. I'm not gonna call him immediately. We have some time. We have plenty of this. We're gonna get more, so I'll sell it. Because look at this. So much. Yeah, I'll do that. Wow, everything is so smushed they can like barely get over there, but okay. Alright, we got one of these, and it's been inactive for a long time, but now it can be active again. Not really what I wanted, but not too much exciting in there. Not nothing either, but not too much. Alright, we got our trader. What have you got for me? You have pottery, which would allow us to, I mean, we'd have to take the impatience, but like, I am worried about the bad thing. Corruption grows 50% quicker and 1 impatience point. Where you need coat, copper, reeds, or stormwater. Or crystallized dew. Which you don't have. How many pottery do I need? 20. I think I have other things that could use it, so if I could have all of it, that would be amazing. I would prefer not to need to give money for it. Although, I'm like, we don't need all of that, but, you know. I don't need resin, I'm not using it. We're making tons of these, so we can absolutely use them. So, I'm gonna do that trade. And then I want... I don't like that that's what we're doing, but it's what we're doing. Now, do I want any of these? Planting crops faster is nice. Additional plant fiber production is also nice. But we're not making it very much. We're harvesting it. We're not producing it. So I will do the faster crops, but that's it. Oh, I have so much tools. Okay, let's break some of this open just to make me feel better about our impatience. Okay. I'm gonna take this group. Now we're gonna give you a limit to the amount of ale you are allowed to produce because we need the pottery here. A treasure stag! Oof, I don't know if we can make it. We can give it a go. That's just super far away from any place that they can rest, which is my concern. But we'll put this back in production as well. I'm like, may not be a bad idea to have a second hearth, or, you know, I guess a third hearth out here. We'll do it. Why not? I don't even know where I'm getting stone from. It must be that I can sometimes, but where is my stonecutters camp? Is it you? Yeah. So, yeah, you're getting some sometimes. We have enough extra people, but we don't have the parts for a second one. That's the problem. I knew there'd be a problem. Because then also, like, we're concerned about food. So, like, let's go ahead and, you know. Alright, who's gonna tend this hearth? Now, do we have enough fuel for tending hearths? I have questions. We should probably have more than one person working in the mine. I forgot about that. I forgot that we had no one doing that. My bad. Oops-a-poodles. Alright, we need 9 of these now. So, like, let's just... let's build some houses to make people happy. Alright. I'm gonna assume there's like no way. Yeah, we cannot connect this road up. We've actually got nothing. So I'm gonna send a road kind of like that through, so we at least have a little bit, a little something. Ugh, we missed it already. So the question then becomes, right, do we really want to go for it? Which maybe we still do, I don't know. Alright. Treasure stag has disappeared. We get so little time to get the treasure stag. And so we're gonna definitely also want to upgrade this hearth. I think it's still good to do. I think it's still useful and helpful and stuff. We're gonna put the park in the middle of nowhere though. Why is resolve low? Okay, we have wood though. I don't know if we have that much wood. But I'm like, we are taking care of the, any concerns over homelessness, though. Okay, 3 plant fibers to make gain 3 off for every flower produced. Gain, I'll take the plant fiber per minute, I guess. The per minute one is always useful, you know? Part of me is like, do we want to go for the dangerous glade? I mean, they can have really amazing things, and maybe that's what we need, because we need an ancient tablet. We need to be thinking about things. The food here would be nice. Got trade routes. Still willing to give a pretty good price, although not as good as last time, I will admit. I don't really want to trade that. Don't really want to trade these. Do better. We can do this one. Like this one too is here, it's just nestled. These would be really nice, the copper, which we're not currently producing, so I'm gonna break this open. Okay, we've got stuff. I think I got an impatience point for failing the last payment. 40. I mean, I do have it. Alright, I'll get rid of it. I'll be good and pay my taxes. I'm happy about it. Alright, additional +1 resolve to villagers with a home. That's huge, would love it. Time spent resting is reduced when under the effect of clothing. Everyone should be under the effect of clothing, right? Like this guy is just constantly making coats. You don't care about clothing. But like everyone should be under the effect of clothing. Like, do we have a lot? Yeah, we do. Like, we can even do more. Because I never have clothes in storage. So I would love both of those. The smokehouse is fine. We could make pottery. +3 scrolls production. Which, we're making scrolls, right? We have, in the past, made scrolls. I assume pigment is our... Yeah. Pigment's our big one right now. So that's rough because I would like all of them. What have you got? Because you won't come to the trading post, so you're like a one-time deal. Alchemist hut, apothecary. Stone is from rocks, specifically small boulders the size of medium boulders. Increasing tank capacity. I'm like, I want lots of things. So definitely taking this one. I'll take that one too. I don't think we need additional scrolls production. Like, we make scrolls well, right? So it could be 13 instead of 10. I'm not saying it would be useless, but maybe it's just not the most useful, you know? Also, let's go ahead and take these, because we got it. Now this could maybe help. We've run out of stormwater before. So I will take one. Cherry. Provisioner. Could take the provisioner and then start making the packs of clothes, because I mean, or packs of provisions, because, you know, we're doing it here, which I mean clearly is working out fine, because we have 111 of those. I'm like, do we want to just purchase anything? Like, we can make it work somehow, right? With these. The temple, the bathhouse. I'm like, it could be nice, make people happy. I'm like, I don't know if I really wanted this much, you know, to do, but let's see. Oh, well, it's fine. Like, we still have 70, so let's do that trade. Oh, these have a chance of giving copper. Do we have any way to actually turn that copper, though, into copper bars? We do at a smelter, which I have one of. We just don't have the copper. Okay. Okay, so we are getting some copper. It's just slow. So you... I guess I'm gonna just deactivate. Because now... we're not gonna make barrels. We will make flour, that's fine. We won't make a lot of flour. But packs of provisions can be made here now. Should we connect pipes? I'm thinking yes. Use that water, because then we can burn blight rot cysts. And that's what we need. The runner who was in number 5 before hadn't done a run in 2 years, did a run last week and beat your new PB. You're still on the top 5. Oh, I'm sorry. Deify, I'm sorry. It's just, now you have to use that as a reason to work and get better, you know? You can do it. We are low on food. Okay, that Stonecutter's camp just ran himself out of things to do. Ooh, there's a chance for ancient tablets over there? I am interested, not in the brewery. I mean, the brewery is also fine. But, like, let's have more people there. And I assume I still don't have parts. Oh, I do. Because I like the ability to get the copper. So, I want both. We're gonna have a second farm, or third, or however many. This is number 3. Upgrade mine for more ore. Uh-oh. Where's my mine? I've lost it. Where's the mine? There it is. This one is the one where we get the most extra coal. We have the bricks to do it. Upgrade. We could even do more upgrades, because apparently we have exactly that many. Maybe it's worth it. I'm gonna say it is. It's worth it because coal is so good for burning in the hearth. Tea, porridge, water skins. Place for brawling. We'll pick the tavern and we'll try and build it out here. I'm like, okay, food is a problem that we have. So we want to not have problems with food. So let's build stuff. Let's get people working in farms. I'll say this one, just food stuff. Alright, we should probably have some roads out here as well. Alright. That's what we have to do to not have people be incredibly angry. Our blight rot cysts are hopefully being taken care of. It seems like they are. Tavern's built, which is awesome. So, +3 to global resolve. Always love that. And while I know that they're comfortable there, they also feel okay working here, so we're gonna do that. You gotta move. We'll go ahead and work on getting into this dangerous glade. We're still working on that? Yeah, we're still working up here. Alright. We got to 12 blight rot cysts, which is very good. So now we can, not that button. Now we can, this one. Now we can get that. A monastery, a fox house, guild house, or an herbalist camp. The herbalist camp would allow us to get, like, the fox house would make my foxes happy, which, don't get me wrong, is something we care about. This run looking pretty good. But, like, the herbalist camp just means that we can now, like, grab these, which is super amazing. Gain 10 skewers for every pickled good produced. Every 10 pickled goods, we're not producing those. All trade routes are faster. I'll take all trade routes being faster. We have enough, but like it's barely worth it. But I'll sell it. We just haven't sold anything in a while. What do you want? You want way too much. Calm down. Take the pottery, because we're not producing it. We could be, apparently. Wasn't I building something? The question was what? The provisioner? Was it the provisioner? It might have been. I feel like I was building something, and I've neglected it. Which could potentially refer to a lot of things. Maybe we should just build the brickyard. Like, maybe that will solve our problems. We still need a second ancient tablet. Which is why I want to go for this, you know, really dangerous glade, because it's more likely to have one. At least that's, they can be in the dangerous glades. I don't know if it's more likely to or not, but okay, we got it. So let's take a look at this first, and then we'll think about the trader situation. Okay, how bad is the bad? Old talk tales of horrific bloodthirsty apparitions. Kills 10 random villagers. No thank you. Perform a forbidden ritual. Perhaps this will keep them at bay. Pray this never reaches the Queen's ears. Kills 1 random villager. It won't be reversed if it's stopped. And we have nothing for it. We don't have the wildfire essence for this one either. Uh-oh. We might be in trouble. Because, yeah, she doesn't have anything that would work for this. That's just not her speed. That would be amazing to have these. Okay. really think we need any of these. Like, we just don't. Depending on who's coming next, it might be worth to call them immediately. We'll have to see. Alright, you can make bricks. Which means you no longer need to. Not you. So you're just making pipes, which you won't make very often. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we apparently have 2 ancient tablets. Where did I get the second one from is anybody's guess. I don't know where I got it. We apparently have not made any scrolls. Raw food, pottery, and tools. He's not the one we'd want. I don't think. That said, we can take the impatience. Gain 1 impatience point if we don't pay it. Let's see what the trader has first. Would oil work? I don't think it would, but would it? It would. 40 of it.
Hello.
So we would need like all of that. Ooh, incense for every 10 roots. That's I like a lot. Okay, I don't like that a villager is gonna die to do it this way. But I don't want 10 villagers to die either. And we don't have this, and he's not trading that. So anything else that's using oil is getting shut down because we cannot afford to mess this up. So what's using oil? You aren't. Why did you say you were? Am I incorrect on how this is used? I guess it's saying it could use oil, but I don't have it active. Yeah, okay. So nothing else is gonna use it. I hate that we're gonna do this, but here goes nothing. A beaver provisioner died. I'm sorry. We're low on food also. We could trade for some food. Could also increase our herbs production. I don't know if we need to, but you know what? I got money. Why not? Thank you for your service, beaver provisioner. Yeah. Looking for a second Egypt tabs like the Toby Maguire. I mean, how'd that get there? Yeah. How did it get there? Very real questions. Alright, that's a lot, but this will solve the food problems, at least for a while, and we still have so much of this. Yeah, we can, we can afford it. We are not selling that under no circumstances. Am I selling that oil? We are not making scrolls. I thought we would be. But I assume it's just because we don't have leather. Oh, we can make it out of other stuff. Why have I been not doing that? Alright, we're gonna put more people in here. I have 3 people without homes. I'm just like, how? In my last runs, I've had so many houses that have had, like, I've had upgrades that it's just like I never have to worry about it, and so now I'm behind. We're gonna take the group with the food. I'm like, do I need more? I might need more shelter space, simply because I don't know if I'm housing, yeah, there's no free space, but I'm like, I'm building specialized housing. What if the people who are not housed are the, foxes, because I don't have specialized housing for them. So I will build some additional housing that is general as well. Okay, maybe opening this at the same time as the other one was not a great idea, but I do have 10 oil left if we want to go this route. If we perform the ritual, then we get a harmony thing. We'd have to kill another person. This one lets us use resin, but I don't want anyone to die. We're gonna tear this down, 'cause I said so. Like, you have one thing that you're working on. Like, let's move you over here. I can do this. Alright, we can barely keep resolve up. Hopefully with this, everyone will have housing. Yes, everyone now has housing. I'm like, should we just go for these now? Maybe we should. The fox's resolve is still low, but luckily the storm will end before anyone leaves. Just not having woodcutters would apparently be best, but you know. There we go. But yeah. We didn't even have to worry about it. Like, it was no biggie. Alright, we got some achievements for that. I love that for me. So we can go out here if we want. We'll have to play around with where we want to go. Oops. Yeah. Should be in here. So we win a game near the Royal Outpost modifier. Win with 1 small farm, 1 brewery, 1 tavern on difficulty veteran. Win a game with 2 dangerous glade events still active. Because we won without fixing them, I guess. I should probably like actually look through these and know what I'm aiming to do. Oh my goodness. There's so many. Okay. Everything below here I've done. The Queen's Hand trial? That sounds intense. I assume that's for a very advanced player. Content! I mean, we do love to see it, right? I still have only done the baby seal. Alright, we have plenty of bread. So we should consider what to bake with the bread. Do we bake with the bread? Every settlement starts with 5 bricks. Could be good. Fox house could be good. +1 boost to global chance of reducing double yields. Gain 10% more. That's nice. I'm gonna unlock that one. I'm not even looking. Gain 10 tools. This is a starting ability. I do like that as well. Every villager you summon gets perm +2 increase their walking speed. 1 additional caravan to choose from. I like that as well. So I'm gonna do those. We got 3 upgrades. That's pretty good, I think. I'm just looking at the GDQ schedule now, and it's a good thing it's after you return, or else I'll just stay up late watching it. Are you suggesting that while I'm going to be on vacation that you will have no self-control? Although I'll admit, like, when you're gone, I do tend to stay up later on average than when you're here. That is something that I do. What are these effects? We do now have 3 caravan options. A lush and exotic landfill. Okay, and excavation sites. So that's just the Royal Archaeologist. I'm not saying that's not cool. I'm just saying I don't know if it's what I want. This is very similar to our last one, so I'm like, I don't know if that's what I want either. But like, I can't really get out of it without going another way. I guess we could go this way. But I've done this one for sure. Only forbidden glades are found. That's terrifying. But we have to start from here, so it would take us ages to get over there. Oh, this one's like in between. What's this one? Marshlands are gatherer's paradise. Gatherer's speed is increased by 10%. Marshlands are home to enormous life forms. Giant resource nodes. I do like that. That could be fun. Like, we could go here. This seems very promising. So we're going to have no clay, so I'll add in clay. I think we're gonna stick with veteran. It seems like that's a good difficulty for me right now. I'm getting more comfortable with it. Pioneer would probably be like if I wanted to be able to chill, breathe, take a breather, stuff like that. For the GDQ horror block, yeah. I mean, you talk about sometimes staying up for that anyway, so I don't know if me being here will change that. Getting 12 extra tools is very nice. This one comes with more as you just start with... Okay. I think, honestly, we're going to go all lizard caravan. All lizard all the time. And we're going to... What are we going to embark with? So we're not going to naturally produce clay, which is why I'm starting us with some, because we don't know how long it might take us to get some. Food is always nice. Could start with extra people. I mean, we're always talking about how extra people would be helpful. And then with extra people, we'll definitely want extra food. That seems reasonable. Alright, so let's go ahead and embark. That's right, Marshall. So we have the giant resource nodes, which is very cool. A message was deleted. Ah, I see. Good. Thank you, DFI. A tool shop. I mean, being able to produce tools is very important. But we probably won't be able to do it for a while. Part of me's like, can I get... Yeah, there's no chance of getting copper out of those. So I'm going to go for the brickyard because I just think we can use it sooner. Always want something for the fertile soil. And planks are amazing to have upgrades available. So let's see. Increases speed at which traders arrive by 300%. Okay. And then we've got soaked clothes. We can prevent it. Housing. We typically have housing. That's rough. Okay. We know what we're up against. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want a trapper's camp. I messed up. I want woodcutter's camp. I see the red roof and I'm like, that's the one I want. Actually, maybe we did want a trapper's camp for these eggs because it's our food resource. Never mind, to take it back. Alright, we don't have, you know, a lot of beavers for this, but that's okay. What can we get from these trees? They're funky. Okay, so these are the ones where you can get leather from them. I'm like, wait a second, we don't want to get into that glade, not yet. I wasn't really paying attention to the glades that we were by. This glade, yes. The scary glade, maybe not immediately. You know, like, let's have a breather first. Then worry about it. Alright. We're gonna gain mushrooms from the trees, so we're gonna take the clay per minute, especially since I noted that clay is not gonna be a natural resource found here. Alright, what are we doing? This is nice and easy. It gets us the upgraded trapper's camp plus extra leather production. This seems amazing. Let's do that. I don't really want to deliver. Like, we can turn around and deliver this immediately. Maybe we do it. Just because I can. So good, yeah. Okay. I'm like, I can actually... We'll be able to do the lizards one very quickly, too. I'm like, we almost might want to wait so that we can get the reduction in, scrap that. 'Cause I'm like, green. We'll need something to, you know, make that worthwhile. Like, I'm honestly gonna wait so that we can get the decrease in impatience. It won't take that long, and yes, the increased leather production, it'll be great because we are getting it from the trees, but you know, it's not that big a deal this early. Alright, we've got all the housing now built. So no one's homeless, but as soon as we get, you know, more people, it'll be different. So we'll build some more. Just to be ready. Anyway, Deify, what's in that GDQ horror block that's so interesting? Since you apparently would stay up all night to watch it, it must be very good. What is this? I don't know what happened. I just wanted that. That's what I wanted. Alright. I mostly just want this for packs of provisions at the moment. We can make them with eggs, but I want you to have a production limit because food concerns. Because we don't have a way to get herbs, which is unfortunately like how we've been dealing with stuff. With provisions. That's how we've got such amazing trade routes. Alright, let's definitely build a mine. And we're gonna need a rain collector as well, for sure. And we need someone making planks. It's not actually a whole lot that I know. You just like the horror block. You know Poppy Playtime 3, Doom 64, and Castlevania Legends. Nice. Okay, we can now collect this. A clothier would be amazing. Because we're gonna start producing fabric, maybe. Again, we're gonna have a limit on that, but we are gonna produce it. Let's build that because the effects of clothing are very good. They're very important. Very helpful. Good to resolve. All right. I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to trade anything. I would like all of these. Quite legitimately. But I don't want to trade my parts for them. Like, if I had to pick, I mean, the 20 pottery per every glade is really nice because it can take a while to start making pottery. But, like, to get to 19, I don't know. How much would I need to give up? Like, yeah, it's just too much of this stuff that I think is worth even more. Lose all stored fuel upon picking this. We only have 36. I'm gonna do it. It wasn't even all fuel. Like, we're gonna, it's early, so we're gonna get the best benefit from having done that. Just flat out. There's no argument to be made against it, really. Like, that's the best time to do that. Yeah. I wish that it was gonna work, but it's just not. Alright, we're gonna start trade routes because we gotta. Alright, that's unfortunate that we are out of that so soon. We're just gonna have to deactivate. We'll put 2 people in the mine. And we do want someone here collecting rainwater. The fox has the comfort there, so let's do that. What will our next orders be? Use 120 units of rainwater or discover 2 dangerous or forbidden glades. We'll definitely do this. This will take longer, I think. Cut through, discover 4 glades. What's this? +3 to foxes resolve. I like both. Berto, hello! Welcome on in. I like both of these. The +3 to resolve is hard to say no to. Like, I really would prefer to be a little bit more established before we go and jump into a danger glade. A danger glade. This one's okay. That one's fine. We'll sell that one. I'm worried about food, because food can become a problem real fast. Is this clearance water? It is. So, we're gonna build that. Hello, we actually have some money now. Can we make copper bars? No, not currently. I do think we're going to want to. We're going to want to as soon as possible. So I am gonna buy that. And we'll work on, yeah, the actual ability of doing that. Oh, I want this one. Alright, we can upgrade this hearth if we put down some decoration, so let's do it. Lizards, stop having low resolve. It's way too early to have low resolve. Alright, we're gonna limit this, but... So we've got plenty of this. It's not a great price, but it's not unfair. They are a level 0 reputation with us, so. Dang it, lizards. I know. How are you having low resolve already? We've been here for 3 minutes. I am gonna reassign up to... Actually, we're just gonna go all the way back. A mysterious ingredient. Gain 10 skewers for 10 pickled goods. Gain 3 grain per minute. Let's pick the grain per minute. The permanent ones can be very powerful over time. You gotta give it time, but then it's very good over time. How long? Okay, newcomers are almost here. Good, because we have no workers. Alright, here we go. What are you? Mushrooms we can utilize. I'm like, okay, maybe it's time to go for a dangerous clade, because we are out of things to do. I'll take the fuel. Not that one, this one. Alright, we got 2 more people. I don't really want to trade the coal I just got. I was planning on burning the coal I just got, actually. Where are you getting bugs from? Not from there. Extra fabric production is very good. I am worried about fuel, but not fuel, food. But I don't really have anything I'm willing to trade at the moment. That's right, you want to trade for the coal I just got. Alright. Like, we want to take these dangerous glades on one at a time. Use 125 units of stormwater. Haunted ruins also count. I'll go this way. Ooh, I always go for plus planks. It's so powerful. Worth at least 8 amber each. Okay. I can do that. We can work towards that. I'm like, why is oil worth so little? I always feel like it should be worth more. I mean, yeah, maybe that's just me valuing things. I didn't even notice this resource. We definitely want it. Alright, let's see what we've got. We can loot this for things. Or we can spend amber and provisions packs, which we do not have. So, we're looting this. We'll take the minus to resolve. Ugh, I don't like the fact that storm is coming. Please be quick. It will not be quick enough. But it is what it is now. We want to move all these because I would love for that camp to be able to also get the eggs. What are you offering me? Ooh, if we... Okay, this is good because then we could start growing herbs to make our provision packs. And you know how I am with the provision packs. Like, we also need the large camps though, because we need them to be able to access these giant resources, or the large ones. Alright, let's do that. Druid's Hat, Beanery, Cellar, Scribe. We're gonna take the Scribe. Uh-oh. See, like, this is now where we're at the problem time. Like, y'all gotta hurry up and knock this off because of problems. Alright, we managed it. Just barely, but we managed it. Do we want this? I think yes. Then we don't need a person working there. And is it the best situation? No, but it's solid. No double yields, but that's okay. What was I gonna do? Build a house. Because we have homeless. We can build lizard house. Lizard house will make lizard hap. Hap lizard. I mean, I don't know if we have enough to do all that, but that would house all the lizards that we currently have, and make them happy. Alright, I can afford nothing. Perhaps that is okay. Just looking at it. Another +1. See, this time we have 200 wood, and I'm way less likely to take that. Let's re-roll these, honestly. 2 insects when cutting down trees during the storm. I pretty much stop all of the woodcutters during the storm. Although I really should just go and make it as close to the next level as I can. So we'll take that. We'll try and min-max that a little bit better, I think. Alright, we are making those lizard houses. Slowly but surely. They will deal with our homeless person. Dealt with, see? Easy. Alright, we're gonna move you over here. We're gonna go for this glade next. We don't have any buildings to rebuild, which is one of the things we can do. Is my clothier producing those? With oil from where? I don't know. Do we want to trade them? Maybe. That's a good price. This is all my bricks. I'll trade that, and I'll trade this, but I wasn't willing to trade either of those to get them above 8. But we're still gaining reputation. That's huge, and we can use that if we get, you know, good multipliers or anything like that. So does feel like maybe we should build some things. I have yet to find any fertile soil, and I could have sworn that it told me there were regular amounts of it here. Where are they? Alright, let's build a brickyard. I'm like, we could go for rain engines. We could go for that soon if we wanted. We would need to build the stuff. Oh, we've got a good spot for a mine over here. If we can get rid of this tree especially. I'm trying to get some fertile soil available to me so I can make some herbs so that we can trade things. Yeah, this one for sure. You know, I lean into the trading route. Alright, we got a trader. +1 resin production. I don't think we're making resin from our trees this time around. We're not. So we're not making resin. We don't have any. As far as I know, we're not making any. Lowers hostility by 50 points. That could be very helpful. Let's do the lower hostility. And I think that's it for now. You know, anything like decreasing hostility is always going to be a good thing. And then I want to build a scribe as well. Alright, we're actually currently able to keep everybody cutting down trees. So that'll increase our insect production, I assume. Nope, not willing to trade that. It's a good deal, I'll trade those. I know we need to aim for 8s, but there's some stuff that I don't want to get rid of too much of, you know? Alright, we can move you. Alright, we got our second dangerous glade. Just opened up. Kiln provisioner. Ooh, but there's no fertile soil here. I want this. I'm gonna pick it and we're gonna hope to get an herb garden. I'm gonna pick, however, the foragers camp because we have like this large resource that we can't get without it. So, you know, there's some hoping for the best that I'm willing to do and others that I'm less willing to do. We don't have the fuel to burn it down. We do have the ability to fix it. It will spawn fertile soil. This is amazing. All in. Alright, that's a very good. And this looks like a rundown temple. It is. We'll definitely rebuild it. We'll take the 4 people with the food, I think. Yeah. I'm a little worried about food production. Like, let's actually put down a second trapper's camp over here. Small herbalist camp has no deposits. Seems like there are no deposits for it anywhere right now, so we're gonna deactivate it. Got a trader. Woodcutter's moving faster is pretty amazing, so we'll go for that. Additionally, I'm thinking we're gonna break this open and send it to the crown immediately. I normally, you know, hold on to these, but it's the money that is really piquing my interest. Hooray for rebuilding temple! Yes, we need to rebuild stuff anyway, so we might as well. Plus, those resource buildings just cost a lot. I do think we're gonna have to build a hearth over here, because I don't think you can move these. Alright, until we get those materials, there's just nothing to be said or done about that. I would like to get the new people. We have the mushrooms. If we send it to the Citadel, we get money. But people are a very important resource, so we can't always just demand more. Like, can I get all of these? Not all, but most. I'm not trading parts. I won't do it. I won't trade parts. Alright, the brick house is officially open. We don't have a fox to put on it. Okay, you're about to be done with that. Alright, now we should have a fox we can put here. We'll turn off crystallized dew. I don't need that right now. Do I have nowhere I'm making planks? I should. Why haven't I built a lumber mill? These are questions. These are important questions. Let's get one built. Okay, I'm loving this. So we want the herb garden. I'm like, can I actually... Like, can I have one out here? I can't have it one more over, like... Okay, we need to clear some space. If we clear some of this space, then we can have a hearth out here, which I think will be really helpful, because I think this has to be inside of a hearth's area for the effect to be able to happen. I think. That's right, it's the hearts. Alright, we can now make planks here. Since we're not going to make planks there. And I would love to increase the production there. 5 of these. We can try it. 2 hearths upgraded to level 3. Ooh. I can try. We should probably work on this one first. I don't even have this one at level 2. I've kind of been neglecting that. Oh. Blizzard resolve is low. Is it low enough to warrant me? Like, is it gonna fall fast enough? I'm thinking it's not. Maybe I am too quick on the trigger with those. Like, maybe I should just wait it out. Because, I mean, that seems to have worked. Alright, we are still trying to get trade routes worth 8. Apparently that ran us out of packs of provisions. Don't love that for me. Make more, please. I like all of them. We're gonna lower hostility. Alright, we got this. It's about time. Now, we do need to be worried about food. Also, oops, I almost missed a trader, so I'm glad I paused. I'm gonna take this one. This one's amazing. Don't get me wrong, we're just not making tools right now. I don't think. Are we? Oh, maybe we are. A scribe can make tools. Are you making tools, Mr. Scribe? No, because I have no one working there. Could you make tools? No, because I have no copper bars. Can I make copper bars? I think the answer to that's no. I think that's the supply chain issue. I'll take the herbs. We need them. So while this would be amazing, I mean, but maybe it's worth just hoping for the best later. We don't have a lot to trade. Oof, that's so 7 total. I don't know. Yeah, we're just not going to. We're just not gonna. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So this one doesn't seem to have any problem with it being outside of a hearth area, but that said, I honestly think this is a good place for just our second hearth anyway. Because we're gonna want people to be able to rest here. We've got a lot going on. We've got production happening out here. We have people who don't have housing because I am not paying attention like a good noodle. I should be a better noodle. Alright, we'll do like that. That'll solve that problem. Got plenty of these. We can get rid of them. We can sell them. Now, do I want to sell all of them? That's the bigger question. Sure, why not? We've got woodcutters. Now, do I want a third woodcutters camp? I might. Do I have the gears for it? I do. I find that 2 is really good to start, but 3 just is good for maintenance once we're large. Especially now we're adding a second hearth. It's going to need to burn fuel. All that stuff. Alright, we're getting that housing built. We have a lot of stuff here. I'm like, okay. We did talk about wanting to start doing the rain punk. Which means that I need to build the thing. The blight post. That thing. That is the thing. I'll build the hydronaut behind it. Haha. Not too much. But there will be more, you know, we could just move this when these are done. Alright, again, it lowers pretty slow. Is there a reason to decrease the wood cutting? We get insects, which are our food source. We are very low on food, so... Ooh, herbs. It's a good price. I'll sell. Even though we need them for the provision packs. How many of these do I have? I have 5. That's not a ton, but it's not too bad. We're gonna have more. You know, herbs are gonna be more produced now. Like, maybe... Okay, we do have 2 of these. I'm like, yeah, food is gonna be a concern. Alright. Like, we're just getting really good offers on these compared to their value. I guess I'm like, maybe they don't have trees that give leather, which is admittedly a weird thing. Herbs and root production increase 1 for every 75 biscuits. 10 jerky for each 10 pie. I mean, we could try and make biscuits. I mean, I currently have no way to make flour, which I do believe is a prerequisite. An advanced rain collector with a higher capacity. We'll decrease the fuel consumption by hearths. I honestly find, I mean, okay, well, we need to sell goods, but like, where are we getting, oh, from scribes. Wait, the scribe is making, where's the scribe? It's this one. You're making ale? I guess you must be. Alright, we've got our blight post. We'll put in 2, and we'll definitely put a limit on this because we don't want too much of this being made. But with that going, we can officially, you know, start using some water. Get that rain punk involved. Alright. Oh, I'm like not doing anything directed up here. That's probably not great. Let's be more direct, I think. What do we want? Could make flour. We have a temple already. So if we can get biscuits, I think it was. Right? These should go down here, right? Spices. Yeah, for every 75 biscuits, which is admittedly a lot of biscuits. We'll take the parts, they're rare. I do love having parts available. Oh, we should probably, I didn't do this last time like at all, but we should probably build like a small warehouse over here so that they're not constantly running stuff back to the big warehouse. Not that we shouldn't have a path. I think we should. But we don't want to have, so we have two large, or we have a large one or two small ones. We'll take the large one. So we're building out the housing down there. Should just gain 2 lizards with each group, so that would make our population grow a lot faster. +3 to fabric production. Production ones are always worthwhile. I am noticing this. We could afford it, so let's gain a reputation, half a reputation point, a reputation point. I am not willing to trade that because I know we're not producing. Oh, but we can totally upgrade right now, which is awesome. So, happy with that. So now we can produce more copper. I still don't think I'll trade it at this time. We are low on food. Oops, the poodles. Alright, we can have people making flour. That's fine. We just now need something to do with the flour. That's what we need. We need biscuits. Specifically, that would be ideal. I know I keep selling all of our leather, but we get really good prices for it. Alright, everyone's resolve is now low. I'm gonna assume that just doing this is not gonna be enough. It's not. That's still not enough. We can have one going. Oh my goodness, okay. Very much not good. Alright, we'll move you. There's so much available down here. You're moving to the second part of the settlement, which, yes, might be new for you, but that's okay. The foxes are starving. Everyone get back to work. Scouts work 10% faster in glade events for every firekeeper sent to a hearth. Mushroom production increases by 1 every 25 times it's produced. We are producing mushrooms, right? From the trees? Yeah. I want that one. Like, the pigment's also nice if we can get scrolls going, but I don't really want to trade. I mean, we have a lot of planks, admittedly, but that's not a very good price for them. Planks are a very valuable resource. I am worried about our food situation. We need to open up new glades. We need that. We gotta. Like, we're gonna, like, open up new glades. It's time. We need to find some new resources. Alright, sounds like they got the message, which is good. So for this, oof, okay, we have this time. But we don't have these. Ugh. We have that. We don't have those. Hopefully we could get them quickly. We will not send trade routes right now. You should be able to do this. Oh, you have a limit. I'm sorry. We're going to increase that. We could trade for herbs. We could increase our clearance duration, which I think is very powerful. I'm going to increase the clearance duration. We have the herbs we need to get this done. We just need this lizard on it. And now he is, because I fixed the problem. I forgot I put a limit because we were using food. Are we still? Like, let's just stop. Like, let's eat the eggs rather than... Oh, a fox builder died from starvation? Oh, snap. Okay. We have, like, let's build another one of these. Like, let's get more food. Alright, we got our booming economy. This comes with food. But it comes with a lot more people. I do get worried. Like, it's like we can feed them for a little bit. What about for a lot of bit? So let's go ahead and build more housing. We're also going to build just more regular shelters. And more beaver housing. I know. We lost a fox builder. I knew that it was there, and I just was like, oh, we're consistently getting little bits of food. So I had hoped that they were going to be okay. Okay, perhaps I have messed up wanting this many things at once, because this is clearly the same problem. And I don't know if we have the ability to do this a second time. But we're going to try. We can't do anything with that one right now. Like, can I do anything with these? Some of them. Oh my gosh, my impatience. Alright, everybody get to work. Get food. Alright, we got a small glade. I'm like, we might need to tear it down. I don't love it, but like, we've got nothing else here, and it would give us, I mean, it doesn't give us food, I guess. It gives us herbs, which we're already producing, but I'm like, maybe we need to stop producing herbs here. Because I'm like, what if we just, alright, now that we're just using herbs for this, we can go unlimited with them, I think. I'm gonna hope that we can just ride this out. Because again, I want the food. I'm like, are there any of these caches that'll give us food? Because that's an option. You give food. So let's break it open. Ooh, you give nice food plus additional pottery production. We might break you open too. Alright. Got a trader here. So it's kind of funny against starvation. I just hope people trade off starving but not dying. Yeah. That's pretty much what I was doing. Effective education. Villagers move faster. We're gonna get villagers move faster. That's huge. We'll increase that. Not that I think it's super needed. Can we make biscuits? Yes. I like this. This is good. We want to make biscuits. We're making flour somewhere. Where are we making flour? These are great questions. Okay, so we have dealt with all of this. So now it's just time. This one has been dealt with. Very good. So we're going to be okay. So anything of these we have, we can use. We can absolutely trade plant fiber. We have plenty of it. We have a fair amount of this. So we'll do some trading. Do you have food? No. You don't. There's not as much fertile ground here as I was hoping. So we have a ton of flour and we have herbs. We can make biscuits. We're gonna focus on that. We're gonna prioritize that because we got urban root production increased by +1 for every 75 biscuits. So this is 10. It's not an amazing amount. We lack pipes. I would like to connect this. Can we have pipes? That's not what I wanted. I didn't want to move it. Leave it there. This isn't the one that does pipes. You are the one that does pipes. We have no way to make copper bars still. I forgot. Biscuits are very good, and they will give us really good bonuses. We should upgrade this hearth. I don't know what upgrading the secondary hearth does, I guess, if you don't have a boost for it. I'll take the food, thank you. Where are people not working? Like, I just don't want to trade the copper. I'm willing to trade the leather. That I'm willing to trade. Although this is not that good of a price, Beaverbrook. But I'll trade anyway. Because we're trying to be friendly. We're running out of rain, which is fair. Do you have pipes? No. +1 coal production. +1 copper ore production. I don't even know if we're producing coal, actually. That might have been a bad move. But whatever. We're not. We're not producing coal. But +1 to it anyway. Like, let's like actually connect these up. They're like barely away from each other at all. Alright, we're moving it over here. Although there's more up here apparently. We got foraging. Foraging is something we've got. We do not have tools. We would need to trade for them. He will come with tools. I can't call him. We're in trouble. If we can get one more pack of provisions, I can get another easement. Okay, there's some up here, but they're already being taken care of. These ones down here are not, so we'll move it there. So give me another pack of provisions. Working on it. We're not going to take a trade route because I need this. I need it. There we go. Got it just in time. Alright. Ugh, these ones. Like level 3, we can work on it, but it's gonna be some work. It's going to be some work. Either way, I do think that we have kind of reached my normal stopping point. With this one, it's hard to stop without finishing up, but I don't think we're that close. We don't have tools to like kind of quickly finish this up. So I'm going to wind the stream down here, and we're just going to accept that that's where we are ending today. And so I'm like, who should we raid? Who indeed should we raid? Oh, Dangers is live. We don't often get to raid Dangers. Haha, alright, we're gonna raid Dangers. Go drop him, he's probably finishing up a run. That's fine. There's a raid message. If he is finishing up, I'm gonna send us over there right now so that we can go say congrats on the run. Thank you all for coming out. I'll see you all again real soon. Bye-bye.